to tonight's presentation. We are featuring the guest speaker, Ahmad Shuib. Who's the founder, senior consultant for Global Response Consulting, and you have filled out a questionnaire. He's going to go over some of those responses in this talk. So, at no more further ado, I'd like to introduce Brother Ahmad Shuib. Thank you.
We say Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you all. First, I would like to thank Sister Oliver for commenting and
Very nice
compliments you blessed. Praise to Allah. That's excellent. There's a saying in the Quran, "Innama usra yusra, innama usra yusra." Surely after difficulty comes ease. Surely after hardship, Allah makes it easy for you. But all of us in our life of toil and struggle have to overcome things that are challenging. And the reason the Creator does that is because He says, "Does man think that I could not have given him out of my bounty all at once?" But the nature that we are in, He said, man is ungrateful and unappreciative. So I give it to him in stages, gradually, in degrees, steps by steps. And the way He moves us to do that is He says, regulate your life, be constant, be consistent with something. Be prayerful, worship, and then patiently persevere. I usually like to introduce myself as not an official title, but if I was to meet any of your children or grandchildren, I would say, don't introduce me, permit me to introduce myself. And I would ask your children or grandchildren, do you know who I am? And naturally they would say, well, Dad or Papa, we never seen this man in our family circle before. And I would say, I'm your father and mother's brother, and have been since Adam and Eve, and nothing can change that. So this is wanting for your brother what you want for yourself. That's true faith and true belief in the commonalities that we have in life, because all of us will be affected the same way, no different. So your nature is biological, physiological. So I don't care if you're the chemist that created the chemical drug in the lab, you're going to become addicted too. It doesn't have any difference about how brilliant you are or how much knowledge you have. You're going to be an addict as well. So if we are a family, what I have said is, in my brothers and sisters' absence, I'm obligating myself to care for my nieces and nephews equally or greater in my brothers and sisters' absence. So what has affected one of us can affect all of us. So over time, and I always tell the people around me, I'm never solving a problem for myself or one individual. It has to be collective. When I come up with what I believe to be a solution, then I have to work at it until I've gone beyond that one individual, and it's global. Every form that you sign is a uniform form. It's all over. Brother Najee put a 2 little containers of oil up there. And he put an empty glass and a full glass of water. Would always ask someone, a glass of water and there's one that is empty, there's nothing in it. Which one would the person take? So you all come here, and we all have a commonality. And what can affect one can affect the other. None of us are immune to it. most people would say, well, I'll take the glass with full of water in it, because I could drink it or have something. But in life, that's not how we should choose. Because if you come here with a full glass, then you might as well leave, because there's nothing I can pour into it for you. You already know everything. Or you may not believe there's anything else that can be given to you. The oil in the water is, if that's a pure glass of water, and you put a drop of oil in it, you just polluted the whole glass. So if I come to you with information, or you have information of value, then it can become polluted. So we have a guardian responsibility to watch over things and to protect them. So one day I was in my lab, I call it my lab at work, and I came up with global response. How do you respond to things? That's what's important. If you know everything already, or what you have can't be adjusted, then where are you going from there? Nothing can be put into you. As you watch a martial art, artists, they usually see them bow with their eyes directly pointed at each other, because they call it the art of self-defense, not aggressiveness, but self-defense. There's so many different forms of martial arts that if I come full without any hesitation, I don't know what you are, what you learn. I don't know if you're a praying menace, a tiger, a dragon, a leopard. What form of art have you come with? I just heard mentioning of something about we have to change things. We have to change things. How do we change the things that we've been in? We're making choices. That could be the most damaging, harmful thing for any one of us. Making a choice. With being uninformed. The IRS, in fact, that's something that most people fears. But we've come into a very valuable understanding of how to respond to them. Everything on my business card is all about response. How do you respond? And I have a quote that I like to make from Martin Luther King, since this is his weekend. Knowing the man that he was and the great challenges he wanted to overcome for our people. And he got his peaceful demonstration from Mahatma Gandhi, the behavior of him in India with the colonial British. And he told them, don't raise a hand. They would have been slaughtered. They would have been slaughtered. Same thing would have happened to us. As we were coming into more information and understanding about the wickedness, and was outright, you know what I mean, segregation and everything, we could have been armed if God hadn't given us a man like Martin Luther King. I could sit and listen to him all day long. One of the greatest warriors you probably would ever want to hear. And he brings that to life. And as much as he cared for us, I found a statement that he made. Nothing in the entire world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. And ignorance is the absence of information. And the IRS, or whoever it is, no matter who you deal with on that farm, whatever business, they hide information. And if you give them information, as they say in a criminal arrest, anything you say, information, can and will be used against you. So you will point out ignorance, lack of understanding about something. And that's what we have to deal with in commerce and business. I don't know if there's any questions related to the IRS on here, but one of the things I found is that most people, well, all of them, go work for a corporation. corporation is an artificial person, not a human being. So you're not working for your brother or your sister or your uncle. You are working for a fiction. And they push this form called the W-4 in front of you at the payroll office. So you need to fill this out and give it back to us. It says employees withholding allowance certificate. So not to even really get into anything, how many certificates do you sign? If you sign certificates, certificates don't obligate you to something. Look around tomorrow or on a school day and see all the little children coming home with certificates for never being late, a certificate for never being absent, a certificate for having the best picture in the classroom. Certificate, certificate, certificate. Happy face on it. Do they put a happy face on your W-4? Because you signed it and accepted it? Do they put a star on the certificate? Where you signed it and withhold money from your paycheck every week? What were you looking for? A smile? A star? A happy face? If you look at the form, employees withholding allowance certificate, it don't say nothing about they withholding taxes. It had nothing to do with the tax. Withholding allowance. Allowance is how many dependents can you claim? What are you allowed? It had nothing to do about taxes. And the reason you do that is so that your employer can calculate your weekly wage earner, or bi-weekly wage earner, or monthly wage earner, and you have X number of dependents and you make so much each paycheck. So he's going to calculate what you've allowed him to withhold from your paycheck every week. And if you look at the form, it says signature, employee signature. This form, listen now, you've signed a certificate. This form is not valid unless you sign it. You sign something that has no authority or power over you. A certificate has never been a contract of obligation. A contract is what we do at arm's length out of our man to man. And we both put up something of value or something at risk. Now, number 8, to just fast forward, it says employer's name and address. Well, the form didn't come from your employer, they didn't create it. It says Department of the Treasury, Internal Revenue Service. They created it, you don't work for them. So you're, as an employee, Box 8 says employer's name and address, which means put the name of McDonald's, the address of McDonald's, the McDonald's employee identification number. But for some reason, they put in parentheses, or what is that, box, colon, it'll say employer, colon, meaning you're going to make an announcement. Employer, name and address, employer, only. Put your name and address only if you send it to the IRS. They ain't even got to send it for it. Every week, something is taken or withheld from your time, your talent, your labor, your human resources. That's what you have loaned out. That is what has value. And the big dogs benefit from that. I don't ever care if you're an employee, digging oil about the earth, platinum out the earth, using your human resources to cut down a tree, put together a cabin, put the roof on somebody's house. That's the only thing that has value. Your human resources is the only way, the foundation for everything that you use. So then you have the 1040 form. After this form is filled out and it says in box 7, okay, I claim exemption. Last year I had a right to a refund of all federal income tax withheld. And I expect a full refund of all federal income tax withheld this year with No tax. No tax liability. But man, you got that receipt you just got from the restaurant? You happen to have it in your pocket? I think so. Well, if you don't have that, somebody pull out the receipt. They just bought some gas, or now you went to the 99-cent store today. Okay. Rented a car, you ate in the restaurant.
How about the taxes?
Went in the supermarket.
That's what taxes.
A taxi?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. See anything on this say taxes or percent? Okay. Well, this one is from Radio Shack. My nephew done went to Radio Shack. Subtotal $54.99. Tax 8.875%, $4.88. Total $59.87. You gave him the MasterCard that took $59.87, and no change was needed for the use of the card. Okay, so they let you go. Were you tax exempt? Could you tell them you was gonna give them the taxes later? Case closed. It's all over. You put your knee with it. You have no obligation beyond that. You pay the tax. I'm not talking about not paying taxes. I'm letting you know they're saying there's two things you can be sure about: death and taxes. Well, what's this form all about? It can't have anything to do with taxes. None at all. So then they say, oh man, I'm filing for my income tax return. You gotta fill out the 1040. Going to my accountant, man. I'm waiting on my statements to come back. Yeah, man, I don't have all my statements in here. 1040 U.S. individual income tax return. So that had nothing to do with the W-4. They said it was withholding federal income tax from your paycheck. They ain't said nothing about individual income tax. When do you think you're gonna get some taxes returned to you? Up here in New York, every receipt, they're gonna pay the garbage pickup people, the public services with this, the public services for your family, the school system. Oh, they're gonna get the tax. You close your eyes and grit your teeth. There's nothing about not paying taxes. It's about the deception that is used to lead us astray. 1040 will ask you income. So if I was asked, any of you sitting there, brother, what's your name, man? Yes. Chichi. You have an occupation? What do you do? Could you tell me? Postal? Promotional. So we need you to do something.